Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So friends, in the earlier video, that is lecture 9 of Economics for Engineer, we have discussed various PV ratio. Okay, so continuing to our Economics for Engineering lecture, this is the lecture 20, and in this lecture we are basically going to discuss about the cash flow and interest equivalence, guys. Okay, remember guys, this is very important topics in context to your final semester exam. Okay, and at least one questions either of 5 marks or 8 marks came from this. Okay, so be focused on this lecture, guys. Okay, and before moving the video, guys, if you are new to my channel, your support is very important, so that we can help more number of student. Okay, आप more number of student के साथ share करें video, so that we basically reach more number of student. Okay, so let me start without wasting our time. So first of all, what is the important topic that you should know in this lecture? Okay, so in this lecture basically we will understand the concept of cash flow, how cash flow is basically important for us, okay, and how it is basically related to the company. Later we will discuss about the cash flow diagram, then time value of money. Okay, so what is actually time value of money, and at last basically we will learn some important formula, and on basis of that we will basically go through some of the important examination. Okay, so this is the complete agenda of today. So let me start our first topic, that is the cash flow. So first of topic is cash flow, guys. Okay, clear from the term cash flow means how basically cash are flowing. Okay, so cash flow is basically the sum of money recorded as receipt, that is inflow, okay, or disbursement and outflow. Okay, means simply sum of inflow plus outflow, that we call it a cash flow. Okay, in a project financial record are called cash flow. Okay, simply definition क्या होगा, sum of money recorded as receipt, or you can say inflow plus outflow in a project financial record are called cash flow. Cash flow diagram can be drawn to help visualize and simplify problems that have diverse receipt and disbursement. Okay, means cash flow diagram basically help to analyze the cash flow of a particular business. Okay, so if you wanna analyze the cash flow means cash किस तरह से flow कर रहा है business में, we will analyze through the cash flow diagram. Okay, so let me first understand what is the actually cash flow diagram. Okay, so this is actually one of the examples. So basically cash flow diagram is nothing, a diagram which show the cash flow means how the money is basically going and how the money is coming, means what is the basically source of income and source of expenditure. Okay, means basically flow, cash का flow कैसे हो रहा है. Okay, means inflow कैसे हो रहा है, outflow कैसे हो रहा है. Okay, so this is the basically one example you can say. Okay, so this is basically cash flow diagram which show or depict the flow of cash. Let me understand some important topics, okay, related to the cash flow diagram. So horizontal line axis is basically marked off in equally increment one per period up to duration of the project. Means ये जो horizontal line है basically you can say this is the reference line. Okay, which basically depict the equal increment, means ना ही ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा ना decrease होगा. Okay, receipts are basically represented by arrow directed upward. Okay, means जो भी receipt रहेगा means आप ही कर सकते हैं, जो भी income रहेगा उसको किससे denote करेंगे, arrow. Okay, arrow can be upward or downward. Okay, depending on the inflow or outflow. Okay, कमिंग टू नेक्स्ट, दैट इज द डिसबर्समेंट. ओके, डिसबर्समेंट का अदर आप बोल सकते हैं आउटफ्लो. ओके, डिसबर्समेंट मीन आउटफ्लो एंड रिसिप्ट मीन्स इनफ्लो. ओके, सो जो भी इनफ्लो है भाई उसको क्या करेंगे, आउटवर्ड एरो से दिखाएंगे. ओके, और यू कैन से अपवर्ड एरो से दिखाएंगे. सो अपवर्ड एरो को क्या दिखाएंगे, दैट वी कॉल एज इनफ्लो. ओके, सो जो भी अपवर्ड एरो होगा उसको इनफ्लो एंड जो भी डाउनवर्ड एरो होगा दैट वी कॉल एज आउटफ्लो. ओके, सो coming to next, that is the arrow length is approximately proportional to the magnitude of cash flow. Means मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ कैश फ्लो के अकॉर्डिंग भाई एरो लेंथ हम लोग ड्रॉ करेंगे. रिमेंबर गाइस, यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं अगर इसका मैग्नीट्यूड कितना है $6,000, सो इसका एरो का क्या है, साइज ज्यादा बड़ा है. ओके, यू कैन से इट विल बी मोर. ओके, सिमिलरली इफ द कैश फ्लो यू कैन से द अमाउंट ऑफ दिस एरो, ओके, और यू कैन से एरो 3, दैट इज $3,000, सो साइज ऑफ एरो इज बेसिकली लेस. सो मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ कैश फ्लो विल बी बेसिकली डिपिक्टेड बाय द साइज ऑफ एरो. ओके, सो बी केयरफुल, मीन्स इफ द साइज ऑफ एरो इज लार्ज, सो मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ cash inflow or outflow will be large. Okay, and if the size of arrow is less, then it will be less. Coming to next, there is the two or more transfer in the same period may be combined. Okay, so ऐसा हो सकता है कि means दो से ज़्यादा अगर है तो we can combine that. Okay, so these are the some property of cash flow diagram. You may be asked in the semester exam that explain some property of cash flow diagram. So you have to basically depict these important line. Let me come to next very important thing, that is the time value of money. Very important topics, guys. Okay, so you may be asked in examination that what explain the time value of money. Okay, so time value of money basically depicts the how the value of money changing according to that time. Okay, so it is not means you can say sufficient that always, but in 90% chance that time means according to time means as time increases वैल्यू ऑफ मनी विल बी इंक्रीज, मीन जैसे जैसे समय बढ़ेगा भाई मनी का भाई वैल्यू भी इंक्रीज होता है, ओके, बट इन 90% चांस इट मे ऑल्सो हैपन दैट वैल्यू ऑफ अ money of a particular country may decrease, okay. So let me consider $100 placed in a bank account that pay 5% effective annual interest at the end of each year. So after the first year the annual account will grown to $105, means after 1 year भाई simple correlation है 5% means $105 से आपका increase होगा, okay. So you can say that your value of money is basically increasing, okay. Similarly, the fact that $100 today grow up to $1 in 1 year at 5% annual interest in example of time value of money principle, okay. So this is basically time value of money principle, means at certain time में आपका money का value भाई increase होगा, okay. So this principle basically states that fund placed in a secure investment will increase in value in a way that depend on the elapsed time and the interest rate, means according to the time and interest rate it will basically increase, okay. So time value of money basically show the how the value of money is basically increasing or decreasing, okay. और simply आप कह सकते हैं most of the time बोला 90% में 5% में भाई आपका time value, okay, means according to time value of money will increase. So this is the complete concept about of the time value of money. Coming to next very important topics, that is the interest equivalence and discounting. So what is actually it means, okay. So to make money amount received at different point of a time comparable, we must convert them to equivalent value of common time period, means कोई भी money को भाई return करने के लिए या received करने के लिए that must be converted according to equivalent time period, okay. So that we call as a equivalence interest, okay. Equivalence interest means according to time period भाई interest आपका लग रहा है, so that we call it equivalence time period, okay. So example, whether ₹100 is better today or ₹110 is better after 1 year, okay. So if you wanna compare that, क्या 100 रुपये अभी सही रहेगा या after 1 year 110 will be good, okay. So to compare this we must convert ₹100 to its future equivalent value after 1 year of ₹100 to its present equivalence value, okay. So simply आप मैं एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ कि आपने बहुत बार सुना होगा कि अर्लियर डे में भाई कोई भी एक आपको सब वो जमीन ही लेना है या कुछ अदर प्रॉपर्टी लेना, देन इट कॉस्ट इज बेसिकली लो, ओके. मींस आप कह सकते हैं कि अर्लियर में आपको 1000 में 1 एकड़ लैंड आप परचेज कर रहे थे, करेंटली इट विल बेसिकली कॉस्ट 1 लाख, ओके. सो बेसिकली वैल्यू ऑफ मनी इज डिक्रीजिंग, ओके, सॉरी इंक्रीजिंग, ओके. सो इफ यू वांट कंपेयर बोथ टाइम, मीन बोथ टाइम अगर कंपेयर करना चाहते हैं देन यू हैव टू बेसिकली कैलकुलेट द इक्विवेलेंस इंटरेस्ट एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट यू कैन मेक कंपेरिजन, ओके. क्योंकि आप कंपेरिजन ऐसे नहीं कर सकते कि अभी 1 लाख अगर कोई जमीन का दाम है एंड अर्लियर वही आपका 1000 है, देन you can't compare that, okay, because time value is basically increasing, okay. So for comparing that you must calculate a equivalence interest. So I hope clear, okay. So the procedure for determining equivalence amount is known as discounting, okay. So whatever the process that we follow that we call it a discounting, okay. means जो भी मैंने process बताया उसको क्या कहेंगे discounting, okay. So what is discounting? Procedure for determining equivalent amount. Let me come to some other important notation that you should require, okay, means for basically calculation purpose, okay. Means next slide we will going to discuss some important solve example, okay, that will be important for you in semester exam 2, okay. So for that you will require some notation. P for present value of money, F for future value of money, A will denote for annual equivalent amount, I upon R, okay. You can say interest rate, we can say An equal to number of interest period. Similarly, C equal to common difference or gradient in cash flow following an arithmetic progression, okay. C क्या करेंगे common differences and AI basically first amount, okay, in an irregular cash flow. So these are the notation basically we will use in basically in next basically solve example, okay. So let me come to some the formula that you should know. So interest formula, I think that you have clear cut idea, okay. Single payment compound amount, okay. If you wanna calculate here, known variable is basically P. P means what? As I have already said, P means present value of money, आपको पता रहेगा, and you will also have a value of F, that is a future worth money, okay. Means P means present value of money and F means future value of money. So if you will know the present value of money and future value of money, then you can basically calculate the compound amount as F equal to P into 1 plus I to the power n, okay. Or simply you can say P equal to F equal to P into F upon P I n, okay. Or simply you can calculate P into F B I F, okay. I will also show you the what is the full form of F B I F, okay. But आप simply ध्यान रखें, ये फॉर्मूला याद रखें, okay, जो मैंने रेड में लिखा that F equal to P into 1 plus I upon to the power n, okay. ऑलरेडी मैंने बताया P I क्या डिनोट कर रहा है, P means present value of money, okay. I basically interest rate and n is basically नंबर ऑफ पीरियड टाइम पीरियड। ओके, सिंपली आप ये फॉर्मूला याद रखें जो रेड से मार्किंग है। ओके, सिमिलरली सिंगल पेमेंट प्रेजेंट बर्थ अमाउंट दैट विल बी कॉल्ड। ओके, सो हेयर क्या होगा भाई, आपको प्रेजेंट बर्थ अमाउंट भी पता होगा। ओके, और यू कैन से नॉन वेरिएबल हेयर इज एफ, अननोन वेरिएबल इज पी। मीन सिंपली आपको भाई पी फाइंड यहाँ करना होगा। ओके, यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं अननोन वेरिएबल एफ था, तो यहाँ पर हम लोग फाइंड कर रहे थे। ओके, एंड गिवन वैल्यू इज पी आई एन। ओके, सो पी आई एन का वैल्यू दिया था, सिंपली यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द एफ। सिमिलरली हेयर एफ वैल्यू इज गिवन, यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ पी। सो सिमिलरली यू हैव टू अप्लाई द फॉर्मूला एज पी इक्वल टू एफ टू द पावर 1 प्लस आई टू पावर एन। ओके, सो सिंपली आपको भाई ये फॉर्मूला पुट करके यू हैव टू बेसिकली कैलकुलेट द सिंगल पेमेंट प्रेजेंट बर्थ अमाउंट। ओके, सो आई होप क्लियर। कुछ नहीं गाइस, बस आपको ये फॉर्मूला ध्यान रखना दैट इफ p is given and you have to calculate f, then you have to apply this formula. If f is given, you have to calculate p, then you have to apply this formula. So I hope clear. Let me come to some other important formula that you should know. Okay, so interest formula, if equal payment series compound amount. Okay, so unknown variable here is a, or you can say amount. Unknown variable is f. F for what? As I have already said, f means future value of money. सो अगर आपका अमाउंट दिया रहेगा और फ्यूचर वैल्यू ऑफ मनी आपको निकालना रहा है। ओके, सो इफ यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द फ्यूचर वैल्यू ऑफ मनी, देन सिंपली यू हैव टू अप्लाई द फॉर्मूला एफ इक्वल टू ए इंटू 1 प्लस आई टू पावर एन माइनस 1 टू अपॉन आई। ओके, सो दिस इज द बेसिकली फॉर्मूला यू हैव टू अप्लाई। रिमेंबर गाइस, फॉर्मूला कैसे आया, दैट इज नॉट मच मोर। ओके, और यू कैन से दैट इज नॉट इन सिलेबस, बस आपको फॉर्मूला ध्यान रखना है, यू हैव टू अप्लाई दैट। ओके, बट बहुत कम ही चांस है इससे क्वेश्चन आने का। ओके, बट एक ये 2 या 3 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन इस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक से आ सकता है। ओके, similarly you can calculate the equal payment series sinking fund. Okay, so if you want to calculate the equal payment series sinking fund, okay, so here basically known variable is f, or you can say future value आपको पता रहेगा, and you have to basically calculate the a, or you can say amount. So a will be calculated as a equal to f into I to the power, okay, means I upon 1 plus I to power n minus 1. So this is the formula you have to apply for calculating the equal payment series sinking fund. Okay, आज आपको भी लग रहा होगा कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे, बट व्हेन आई विल बेसिकली डिस्कस सम सॉल्व एग्जांपल, देन इट विल बी मच क्लियर. लेट वी कम टू सम अदर इंपॉर्टेंट फार्मूला दैट यू शुड नो. ओके, रिमेंबर गाइस, इस टॉपिक्स में बहुत सारा वही आपको मीन्स फार्मूला ध्यान रखना होगा. ओके, सो सिमिलरली इक्वल पेमेंट सीरीज बर्थ मीन्स प्रेजेंट बर्थ अमाउंट, हेयर नॉन वेरिएबल ए अमाउंट एंड यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ पी. ओके, यहाँ पर भाई क्या था, नॉन वेरिएबल ए एफ कैलकुलेट करना था. सिमिलरली आपको यहाँ भाई पी करना, तो कुछ नहीं बट आपको यहाँ पर रिप्लेस कर देना. ओके, सो पी इक्वल टू ए इंटू 1 प्लस आई टू पावर एन माइनस 1 अपॉन 1 प्लस आई इंटू 1 प्लस आई टू पावर एन. सो सिंपली आपको ये फॉर्मूला लगा के भाई यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द इक्वल पेमेंट सीरीज प्रेजेंट बर्थ अमाउंट. सिमिलरली अगर आपका नॉन वेरिएबल पी है एंड यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द ए, सो जस्ट रिप्लेस दैट विद ए. ओके, सो ए इक्वल टू पी इंटू I 1 plus I to power n upon 1 plus I to power n minus 1. So this is the formula basically you have to keep in mind. Coming to last very important formula, that is the uniform gradient series annual equivalent amount. Okay, so if you have to calculate the uniform gradient series annual amount, then here basically known variable is a1g and unknown variable is a. Okay, a1g means at a particular time basically a1 value will be given. Okay, or you can say ai value will be given. Okay, so ai means first amount in a irregular cash flow आपको दिया रहेगा. Okay, and g I already c already said that common difference भी आपको दिया रहेगा. Okay, so according to that you have to basically apply the formula. Okay, so here formula is equal to a equal to a1 plus g 1 plus I to power n minus in minus 1. Okay, upon 1 I into 1 plus I to power n minus I. सिंपली आपको ये फॉर्मूला लगाना है, you have to basically calculate that. Remember guys, this is basically not important. Okay, आप इसको छोड़ भी सकते हैं. Okay, but for the sake of you can say syllabus purpose, I am showing you this formula. Okay, but you can leave this. Okay, not much more important. Let me come to some of the important things. Okay, short form you have to know, that is the PVIF means present value interest factor. Okay, so P2 means from F to P. Similarly, FBIF future value interest factor, PBIFA present value interest factor from annuity, FBIFA future value interest factor from annuity. Annuity is equal to A, or you can say simply annual equal cash flow. Means annuity means क्या होता है, annual equal cash flow means एक ईयर में भाई कितना कैश फ्लो हो रहा है, that we call it annuity. Similarly, EUSC means equated uniform annual cost. Okay, so you see basically cost which denote the equated form. Okay, means you can आप simply कर सकते हैं कि फॉर्मूला आपको मीन्स शॉर्ट फॉर्म आपको बस याद रखना है. ओके, EUAB इक्वल टू इक्यूटेड यूनिफॉर्म एनुअल बेनिफिट. Coming to next, okay, some of the important example I am showing you. Suppose you have to calculate the PBIF, that is the present value interest factor. So at 10%, I have of time is 5 they have given, so just you have to apply the formula 1 upon 1 plus I to power n. n का वैल्यू दिया भाई 5, okay, I का वैल्यू they have already given 10%, so just you have to apply 10% mean what 0.1, so when you will apply then you will get the answer. Similarly FBIF by on 5% 10, okay, so question एग्जाम में वो ऐसे पूछा जा सकता है that they may give the interest rate that is 5%, time is 10%, then calculate the FBIF, okay, future value interest flow आपको भाई calculate करना होगा. So just you have to apply the formula that is 1 plus I to power n. So 1 plus I interest already given 5% means 0.05 to power n. So you will calculate the value, okay. So this is a short example. Let me come to next important topic, that is the effective interest rate for non-annual compounding, okay. So how will basically you will calculate the effective interest rate? Effective interest rate means what? Overall interest rate you are basically getting, that we call the effective interest rate, okay. So let me consider I is the normal interest rate compounded annually, but in practice the compounded annually may occur less than a year. आपको पता है मीन्स क्लास 10th 8 में भी आपने पढ़ा था, हो सकता है कंपाउंडेड एनुअली या क्वार्टरली, या आप कह सकते हैं कि मीन्स 4/3 या 3/4 से भी आप लगा सकते हैं. सो फॉर एग्जांपल कंपाउंडिंग में भी मंथली, क्वार्टरली और सेमी एनुअली, ओके. अंडर सच सिचुएशन इफेक्टिव इंटरेस्ट रेट पर पीरियड इक्वल टू I upon m and effective annual interest rate equal to 1 plus I to power m minus 1, where I is the basically nominal interest rate and m is the number of interest period in a year. मीन्स अगर भाई आपका एनुअली रहा then you will basically put here 1, if it will quarterly 1/4, if it is monthly then you can basically put 1 upon 12, okay. So according to that you have to apply your formula and you have to basically calculate the effective interest rate, okay. Let me come to one example, after that it will be clear to you. So भाई क्वेश्चन क्या कर रहा है, a saving and loan offer of 5.25% rate per annum compounded daily over 365 day per year. So what is the effective annual rate? They have said that annual rate means भाई आपको annual rate means आपको 1 ही रखना है यहाँ पर, okay. So effective annual interest rate equal to what? 1 plus R to power m minus 1. So 1 plus rate they have already given, it is 5.25%. So percent को आपको भाई अगर आप सिंपली आप डिजिट में कैलकुलेट करेंगे then you will get the value at 0.0525, okay, upon 365 to the power 365 minus 1. 365 से क्यों कर रहा हूँ? Because they have given that annual rate means effective annual rate means आप एक साल में कितना annual rate आएगा, that you have to calculate, okay. So after putting all that value you will get the value as 5.39%. So I hope clear. Nothing here we have to, just we have applied the formula and put the value. Let me come to another one example, okay. So a person invests a sum of rupees 5,000 in a bank at a nominal interest rate of 12% for 10 year. मीन्स कोई एक पर्सन है भाई, वह 12% रेट से बैंक में 10 ईयर के लिए भाई उन्होंने बेसिकली डिपोजिट किया, दैट इज 5,000, ओके. सो कंपाउंडिंग इज क्वार्टरली, क्वार्टरली मीन्स व्हाट 1/4. सो रिमेंबर यहाँ पर आपको ईयर को 4 से भाई डिवाइड करके आपको मीन कैलकुलेट करना होगा, ओके. सो फाइंड द मैच्योरिटी अमाउंट ऑफ द डिपॉजिट आफ्टर 10 ईयर मीन्स व्हाट विल द बेसिकली यू कैन से टोटल अमाउंट आफ्टर 10 ईयर वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट. यार इस क्वेश्चन को पहले आप क्या करें, जो भी दिया होगा मीन्स व्हाट एवर द वैल्यू दे आर गिवन जस्ट फर्स्ट नोट डाउन, ओके, एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट ट्राई टू अप्लाई द फॉर्मूला, ओके. रिमेंबर गाइस फॉर्मूला यू हैव टू रिमेंबर, ओके, अदरवाइज यू कांट एबल टू सॉल्व, ओके. So here basically value given P, or you can say present value they have given, that is the 5,000, N that is the time period they have given 10 year, I that is the percentage, or you can say interest rate they have given 12%, okay. Nominal interest rate you have to calculate, or you can say simply you have to calculate the F. So number of interest period per year is equal to 4. क्यों? क्योंकि quarterly दिया, so means per quarter you can say means पर ईयर में आपको कितना इंटरेस्ट देना होगा 4 मीन्स एक साल में आपको 4 इंटरेस्ट देना होगा, ओके. नंबर ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इन 10 ईयर इक्वल टू व्हाट 10 into 4. अगर एक ईयर में 4 देना तो 10 ईयर में क्या आएगा 10 into 4, बेसिक कैलकुलेशन दैट इज 40. सिमिलरली रिवाइज नंबर ऑफ पीरियड इक्वल टू व्हाट नंबर ऑफ क्वार्टर n दैट इज द 40 दे हैव मींस ऑलरेडी गिवन. नाउ इंटरेस्ट रेट पर क्वार्टर विल व्हाट, अगर भाई टोटल आपको अगर आ रहा है इतना देन यू हैव टू बेसिकली कैलकुलेट द पर क्वार्टर मींस पर 4 मंथ में आपको कितना इंटरेस्ट रेट आएगा, ओके. सो टोटल अगर ईयर का 12% है देन ईयर पर क्वार्टर में कितना होगा 12% डिवाइड बाय 4, सो यू विल गेट द वैल्यू बाय 3%. नाउ जस्ट यू हैव टू अप्लाई द फॉर्मूला ऑफ कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट, ओके, और यू कैन से कंपाउंडेड दैट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ f इक्वल टू p into 1 plus r to power n. p वैल्यू हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन दैट इज द 5,000, 1 plus r वैल्यू ऑलरेडी वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड दैट इज द 3%. सो 3% भाई आपको क्या होगा 0.03 टू द पावर n. n means what time period they have already given that is 40 month, okay, means 40 month होगा. So just we have applied that all value and after that we have got the value this, that is 16,310, okay. Calculation आप भाई एक बार मिला ले that whether it is right or not, okay. Actually I have already done with the calculator, so I hope it will be right too, okay. सो कमिंग टू अदर, ओके, मीन्स व्हाट इज द अदर वे टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन, ओके। एक तो वे है डायरेक्ट आपको मीन्स फॉर्मूला आपको पुट करके कर सकते हैं, ओके। अदर वे इज दैट व्हाट नंबर ऑफ इंटरेस्ट पीरियड पर एनम इज यू कैन से एम इक्वल टू व्हाट 4, मीन्स टोटल आपको एक साल में कितना बार देना होगा इंटरेस्ट, 4 बार, ओके। सो ये वैल्यू ऑफ एम इक्वल टू 4। सो इफेक्टिव इंटरेस्ट रेट formula is what 1 plus I to power m minus 1. So just we apply the formula, that is 1 plus 12% upon 4 to the power 4 minus 1. So you get the value of effective interest rate, means overall interest rate effective क्या होगा, that is 12.55% compounded annually, okay. And after that just you have to apply the formula, that is the f equal to future worth equal to p into 1 plus r e to the power n. So p value already given at the 5000, 1 plus R already you have got, that is the 12.55%. So percent को आपको वैल्यू में कैलकुलेट करेंगे, then just you have to basically divide by 100. So 0.1255 to the power 10. So after calculating all that you will get the value this. Means आप दोनों तरफ से कर सकते हैं, डायरेक्ट आप f का फॉर्मूला लगा सकते हैं, मीन्स आफ्टर गिविंग द ऑल द वैल्यू, और यू कैन बेसिकली गो टू द सेकेंड अप्रोच, ओके। तो जो भी अप्रोच आपको आसान लगे यू कैन फॉलो दैट। Let me come to the last important topics of this chapter, that the capitalized cost. So what is actually mean by capitalized cost? So basically capitalized cost is used for project with infinite life that has a repeating expense every year. Means capitalized cost वैसे जगह हम लोग यूज करते हैं where there is basically a large project, okay, and basically there is a expenses that is repeated after every year. Means हर एक साल वो expense भाई repeat होगा ही. So there we basically concept of capitalized cost came, okay. So we can compare alternatively by calculating the capitalized cost, that is the amount of money needed to pay startup cost and to yield enough interest to pay the annual cost without touching the principal. Means whatever the value, or you can say whatever the amount of money you need to pay to start up cost, so that to yield enough, okay, or you can say to get enough profit, that we call as a capitalized cost, okay. So capitalized cost of annual installment, simply formula क्या है, P equal to A upon I, okay. So A means annual upon I means interest. So this is the formula of calculating the capitalized cost. Simply आपको बस ध्यान रखना कि लार्ज प्रोजेक्ट में भाई हम लोग कैपिटलाइज कॉस्ट का कंसेप्ट लगाते हैं, वेयर देयर इज बेसिकली रिपीटिंग एक्सपेंस, मींस जहां भाई रिपीटिंग एक्सपेंस का कंसेप्ट है, मींस बार बार वो खर्चा होगा ही हर एक साल, देयर विल बी बेसिकली कंसेप्ट ऑफ कैपिटलाइज कॉस्ट केम. सो आई होप क्लियर. Let me come to one example. After that it will be much clear for you. So question, what the basically they are saying that what is the capitalized cost of a public work project that will cost rupees 25 lakh, okay, and dollar, and it will basically require 2 lakh in maintenance annually. Effective interest rate is 12% compounded annually. They have said that compounded annually, okay. So effective interest rate they have already given that 12%. So what is the basically formula? So capitalized cost equal to what, present, or you can say this is the birth, okay, that they have already given, plus total rate with they have said what, that means for the maintenance they will require 2 lakh, okay. So just we have divided 2 lakh upon 0.12, that is 12%, okay. Means ये क्या है, एनुअल वैल्यू पे आप डिवाइड कर देंगे I, so you will get the value of P. So just we have do the sum. ये भाई आपको क्या होगा, P आपका वैल्यू निकल गया, and just you have to basically do the sum with this. So after that you will get the value at this, okay. Simply मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, कैपिटलाइज कॉस्ट मैंने निकाला एंड टोटल कॉस्ट में भाई ऐड कर दिया. So just simple calculation you have to follow. So this is the complete lecture of today, that is the cash flow and interest equivalence, giving you a glimpse what we have said. So here basically we have discussed the concept of cash flow, how cash flow play an important role in market. Later we have discussed about the cash flow diagram, that is very important for your semester exam 2, okay. cash flow diagram के बारे में 2-3 पॉइंट याद रखें कि हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन मींस बेस लाइन हुआ, रेफरेंस लाइन हुआ, ओके, एंड जो भी भाई डायरेक्टेड अपवार्ड होगा मींस जो भी कैश इनफ्लो होगा वो अपवार्ड एरो से डिनोट करेंगे. एरो का मैग्नीट्यूड भाई एरो के साइज से होगा, ओके. इफ द साइज ऑफ एरो इज लार्ज देन मैग्नीट्यूड विल बी लार्ज, इफ साइज ऑफ एरो इज लेस देन मैग्नीट्यूड और यू कैन से वैल्यू विल बी लेस. So similarly later we have discussed some of the important formula, okay, and some notation that you should note, okay. Another formula मेरे का इसमें 2 ही 3 formula important है. फर्स्ट इज दैट इक्वल पेमेंट सीरीज कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट, ओके, और इक्वल पेमेंट सीरीज सिंकिंग फंड, और एक आप दे सकते हैं कि इक्वल पेमेंट सीरीज प्रेजेंट बर्थ अमाउंट, ओके. सो ये 2-3 फॉर्मूला आप ध्यान रखिए, ओके. दिस विल बेसिकली नॉट मच मोर इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर सेमेस्टर एग्जाम, ओके. बहुत कम ही क्वेश्चन आने का चांस है, मोस्ट ऑफ टाइम नहीं आता, ओके. सिंस इट वाज इन सिलेबस सो आई हैव कवर्ड दिस. Then you have to basically remember this short form, okay. And after that we have discussed about some other solve example, and at last we have discussed the capitalized cost. Here we have said that capitalized cost usually help to calculate when there is basically repeating expenses for every year. Okay, means for every year if the expenses is repeating, then the concept of capitalized cost came. So this is the complete lecture of that. I hope informative to you. If you end up related to anything, feel free to ask here. Okay, you can also follow me on Insta and Facebook. Okay, if you end up related to anything, feel free to ask here, comment here. I will try to reply. And again saying guys, support our channel by subscribing our channel. Okay, क्योंकि आप वीडियो देख रहे हैं बट सब्सक्राइब बहुत कम ही लोग कर रहे हैं. Okay, so keep supporting us. Meeting you in the next video. Thank you.